Hey, welcome back guys to Toys in My Closet. Today we're going to take a look at the Storm Collectibles DC Injustice God Among Us Lobo. And this is the figure representation of him in the Injustice game, which is very close to his iconic look, the DC comic books, but with obviously the NetherRealm's Mortal Kombat team flair, a little touch and flair, right? So as you can see, I have him kind of out of the box already, because I was taking a closer look at him. But let's take a quick look at his box, where you can see that it's still in the same style and aesthetic as every other Storm Collectible cardboard box. You see it says Storm Collectible with a nice pic there of Lobo, of the figure here in the front. You see the window box opening in the front, but because it has the wrapping, you can't really tell everything that's inside. It says obviously there in the top corner here, it says 17 and up, and Storm Collectible here in the corner. If you turn it around, you see it has a really nice pic of Lobo in his figure form. In the back, same thing. You see it says Injustice at the top, showing all the portraits and options, what he comes with, or the other accessories, some posable shots, and a little bio of Lobo, of course, right there in this piece here. And then again you turn it around, and that's just the other side where it's supposed to be the other end of his head, and on the top part it says, says Lobo and Injustice. So there is the box, of course, in the continuation of the same style and aesthetic. For those that are mint on card still, collectors, that you can, feel comfortable that it's not going to look any different and ruin what your collection looks like, as far as, the look of it and, and the aesthetics, right, so to speak. So what we need to do now is take a closer look at Lobo himself. So sit back, relax, enjoy a digital drink, and join me for the ride for this review, and hopefully you enjoy my thoughts on it and what I think in my review of this Lobo figure. So guys, I'll see you back very soon, and I hope you stay with me until the end. And here we have Lobo out of box in all of his glory. And you can see he stands absolutely astonishing. He looks really, really fantastic. Really, really big, brolic, and girthy, right? As we like to say. So let's take a closer look at his details and bring him up close and personal. And we'll start off with his, portrait. As you can see, looks very, very nice, and his hair going down from his red eyes, his beard and mustache, goatee, the actual paint job in his face, and as you can see, his arms look very, very nicely done with that blue-white wash on it, and the veins you can see everywhere. You see his actual vest. Looks like it has a little skull there, patches, spikes on the top, and if you notice that he has a real chain that goes around him, right? Made out of a little piece of chain. Then you see there in the middle, he has like a whole belt with shells. The other side of the vest as well, and some more spikes. They're kind of rubbery, so no need to worry that those poke you. His forearm Guard, looking really nice. Still metal gun silvers with the black, with a matte finish. Some spikes here too. His gloves with the metal plates and the exposure of his skin. His fingers, you can see, and you see his, stomach area by his waist. As you can see, very defined, very nice details. With the belt in the front, with the skull leading down to his crotch area with a pad, it's kind of like a steel plate. You got the little pouches with the nice black weathering and brown on the side, tied to his shoes, going down to his thighs. In the inner part, you can see that this is supposed to be inside pants, and then this is the outside part. Got some green grenades there. On the other hand and arm, forearm, he has nothing, but you see the veins and the details of all his veins. Going down, as we go down with his pants and jeans, and his thighs look a little bit girthy, but or too thick, but I think it's the aesthetic of the game. You see the skull knee pads on both sides looking really nice, with the plate on the shin looking really nice, with these spikes coming out. These are a little bit harder, with the plate on top of his steel tip for the toe, which actually does articulate forward, so it does move. And then the back, you see the details of the plates there in the back of the boot, which looks really good. And in the back here, you see he has this strap here for his bazooka, or rather his shotgun. The chain still going across, really nicely done. And then you see his jacket that it says "Bite Me, Fanboy," or Fanboy, with the skull and the wings of fire with the skull face, and a nice texture and weathering and tethering on the actual edge of the shoulder straps, or at the shoulder end. So yeah, he looks fantastic. That's as far as just aesthetic and color. So now let's take a look at what Lobo came with as far as accessories. So for his accessories, we see he has the steel claw, colored in a nice metallic silver, kind of nice sheen to it. It's not like almost a chrome look. It comes with a nice real chain as well. Comes with that. And then he comes with his iconic shotgun, which is in a nice gunmetal, and a nice matte black. I think it says something there. Boom, with some scratches in the surface, which looks really, really dope. Then he comes with an extra cigar in case you lose the one he has. And then he comes with obviously 8 hands, 4 sets of hands. These are the 2-fisted ones. And he comes with 2 trigger hands, like so. Painted really nice with the silvers and the knuckles. 2 triggers, or 2 kind of open splayed. These are triggers as well. One to hold like a pipe, the other to hold a gun. These are more like to hold like grenades, I guess, or whatnot. Then he has these are the closed-fisted ones. Yeah, these are the closed-fisted ones, the old pipes. These are the ones that are like kind of like to hold like grenades or whatever, or something wider. And then these are the triggers for each individual hand for guns. That's how it is. So all together, it's about 8 hands, 4 sets of hands, like I said. Then he comes with different portraits. Here's another one where he's smirking and smiling and snarling. Looks really, really nice. with the hair all to the back. And then you see the hair details in the back. And his dreadlocks, as you see, coming back now. Then he brings the one that he's very iconic and known for, which is with the cigar in the mouth coming out, which I think is awesome, very cool. Also with the dreads. And then it also brings an extra set of hair like the one he already has on him, so that if you want to display the other two portraits with the hair coming to the front, you peg it in and you can do it. So if I wanted to change this one, for example, like so, you would just pull it out like so, like this. And then it has the notch there. And then you can put this one on the top of the head portrait again, and we gotta kind of make sure it fits in, because it's neat. It's kind of got a new feel to it, so it's gonna take some pushing in, maybe even a little heating, but it's not going in correctly here. Maybe a little heating, but to give you an idea of what it looks like. Give you an idea of what it looks like. Just press it in and do it like this. So it would look like that. So his hair is forward. As you can see, it's still not incorrectly, because it's still fairly new and fresh. So now let's move it right along and take a look at his articulation. So here we go. Let's take a look at his articulation. And you can definitely move the head left to right. Then if you want to look down, he looks down quite a lot and with no hindrance, even though he has the hair. Then when he looks back that much, even when the hair in the back, which is really, really well done. And as you can see, he has because this vest is sculpted together with the gun, bullet clip, as you can see, so you can't really take it off, but you see he has a torso cut there. So, and it's really seamless. So you can move that torso cut really, really well. Just left to right, back that much, forward that much, and it does a really good job. Then the shoulder, he obviously has the butterfly. Let's put the chainmail on top here. It goes all the way up and around, but the thing is, he has the chain, so you can't really pull it unless you push it to the front like so, and then you're able to do that. And then you got to move it back in place as far as the chain goes, so you can push it towards the back of him, which this piece fell off. As you can see, it's okay. Just push it back in. Then you can put the chainmail. He has that holds on the wrist area. You put it back in like so, and then push in the hand back in, right? Obviously, because that's how it holds in the wrist area, with the hand being on it. So you can do the whole degrees. It has the nice, bicep swivel. It has a double elbow, which is good. And then obviously he can, with the ball peg he has there in the wrist, he can turn and then go in and out and rotate. And then on this side, I think it's the same thing. I think it's rotation, and I think it's in and out as well. So very good range of articulation. On the top part, then he has obviously the waist, and then with the waist you can push him all the way forward like that, and he goes all the way back like so, with no opening spots, which is really cool. This crotch piece is a nice soft piece in this area. Has a wonderful, thigh swivel, and then he can spread his legs all the way like this, Van Damme style, which is a tremendous amount of range, especially that he's such a big figure, and it's really soft and seamless. And on the knees he has a double underneath. No boot cut, but he does have the foot that goes back that much. Then it goes up that much. It has obviously the toe articulation, and then it has the rocker. And it obviously can go left and right if you use the ball peg. So as far as articulation goes, Lobo is extremely accessible. As far as articulation, you can really get a lot of good range of motion and poses from him. For being a big figure, he's not what you call it. He's definitely not hindered in any way, shape, or form. So now what I'll do is I'll come back and show him with his accessories on, and then we'll do some comparisons. And here we have Lobo with all of his accessories, and as you can see, he looks super bad-ass-a-rigger. Now, I will say that I feel like the hook that he brings on his hand, this one here, is maybe too small for his maybe be too small for his size, and then the shotgun looks small too, but still effective. And again, you can put the shotgun away there, but overall though, it looks really good. Like, it looks really dope, and he looks very cool and menacing. And I love the hybrid of what he looks like in the game and with the comic style aesthetics. So real quick, what we'll do is let's bring in another Lobo for comparison, right? And this Lobo's not shabby and no slouch himself, but he's definitely, I think, in this case, right? Because that hasn't been the case thus far with a lot of stuff, but in this case, he falls a little short, and that's only because of the design, I might feel. And this is the Lobo, which I'll bring in here, and you can take a look at real quick. He's also got a mean face with his teeth showing, with real gum lines, as you can see. From Mcfarlane Toys, there's the weathering in blue. Really nice jacket, but he's got the shirt underneath instead of showing the skin, the arms. Some spikes there, a little bit different. And I colored in that as the details for the silver and the knuckles. The belt is a little bit nice. Has like a plain look. Then the shin guards with the skulls, and the shin guards for the shin, and then the kneecaps. The sculpts of the kneecaps, and the plates on the boots. And then if you turn him around, he has the really nice design. The jacket also says "Bite Me Fanboy" with the skulls, and then the wings. The only thing, they don't look fiery red. But if you put them side by side, this is the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Lobo. which was just released not too long ago. And you see that he's tall, but he doesn't look like massive tall, right? And for me, Lobo's always been a character that, you know, I personally feel that he's, you know, overly tall next to the other characters in DC. Kind of like the way that, you know, Hulk looks and all that stuff. I feel like he's massive, so I like the size of the Storm Collectibles a lot, and you know, with the chain, real chain, and all that stuff. Now, granted, this is a $20 figure versus this being a, you know, a premium $90 figure, which I got it for a good price off of somebody. And you know, when it's all said and done with the tax and shipping, it's about $120, $130. So it is a big, sizable difference. But this Lobo is a very good option if you can't find this one for a good price. And they both look really sleek and sharp. So you know, you have an idea of what he looks like, you know, side by side. But there is a, you know, size disparity and discrepancy. So to kind of match him up with other DC characters, I'll remove this Lobo, right? And what I'll do is I'll bring other DC characters so you can have an idea of what he looks like next to them. And I'll bring in right there, right in front of him, I'll bring in Nightwing. And this is, you see how they have the more, it's more like in scale, because Lobo's supposed to be a lot bigger. And I like that, so that's why I want to mix it with the DC multiverse. And this is a hazmat suit, you know, Batman, which looks smaller, but you get an idea, general idea of what I'm talking about. As far as the scale versus or next to, you know, something from the DC multiverse from Mcfarlane. I'm trying to see if I have another figure that I can bring in real quick so you guys can see what it looks like. Bring it in real fast. Comparison. You can see here I have the brand new Mcfarlane Toys Zod, and you see that Zod also stands a nice size next to him, but I think it fits better in scale. And then we have this, you know, death metal. We have here this death metal Superman, as you see here, to give you an idea of scale. You see, I like that Lobo stands taller than all of them. I think it should be that way. And to be honest with you, you know, I'm getting rid of this Superman. If anybody's interested, just DM me. These. I'm running out of shelf space, but to be honest with you, you know, I think that's the way Lobo should be. So if I wanted to put Lobo next to something else from a different range and scale, let's say, from like, let's say I got here, let's see, hold on one second, I'm trying to make sure that, like Motu, Masters of the Universe, multiverse, I got here Savage He-Man. You see he still towers over him, and I got the 6-inch, you know, Spider-Man armor, Spider-Man silver armor from Hasbro Marvel Legends, and you see how the disparity in the size is even more tremendous and way bigger. And then we can try out, let's say, something a little older. like DC, Mattel's DC Universe, Joker. He's more on a 6-inch scale. You see I got him on a stand. And then I'll bring in a Power Ranger Lightning Collection Green Dino Ranger. Hasbro as well. Push them in there. Woo! And you see the differences in size and the disparity in the size. So really, really cool, really cool. That's a couple of comparisons to the show. And then for fun, we'll throw in a Loyal Subjects Triclops, because why not? So guys, now I'm going to go to the end of the review and give you my final thoughts. So guys, there you have it. There is Lobo in all of his glory, and that is my review and my thoughts on him. I give him a very high thumbs up. I think he's one of the Storm's best entries thus far. Granted, yes, I have not had an extremely big or large amount of Storm collectible figures, but I do have a nice amount. I mean, gears, some of Golden Axe stuff, some of the video game stuff that you guys seen me review before, and obviously, you know, Tekken, Darkstalkers, Samurai Showdown, Streets of Rage, and even World Heroes. So I've had my hands, you know, even on Street Fighter figure like Sadat and stuff like that, and E Honda, and he really is the best in a lot of ways, because he has very little gappage, the very good range of articulation, very smooth range of articulation, and there's no really hindrance, even though he has, you know, a molded down vest that doesn't really move, and even though he has a actual real chainmail, he just works. He works. I definitely recommend you to add him to your collection. I bought him because I wanted to add him as my DC multiverse Lobo. I don't think I need to search for any other one. This is pretty much a definitive one, and I'm very happy with him. So I think, honestly, from what I've seen, experience, and having him in person, I can honestly tell you, I really think that you'll be happy with him as well, especially if you're a big Lobo fan. And I have a feeling they're supposedly doing a bike for him, so depending on the price, it'll be great to really nice and great to try to pick it up to add it on, because, you know, Lobo does need his bike. So guys, that's my review, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up if you like, thumbs down if you didn't like. As always, share the video with someone you think might like it. Thank you for stopping by, for all those that continue to give me support. But without you, the channel's never sustained. And for those that are new to the channel and like what I'm doing, you decided to stop by and maybe even subscribe, thank you so much, because I know you didn't have to. Remember, since you did, I consider you now part of my family. And as always, you guys can find me on social media, on Instagram under C_respect, and on Twitter under @mosthistorian, capital M and a capital H, everything else lowercase, one word, on Twitter. And you know, what can I say? You guys can hit me up on any of one of those DMs if you want to shoot the hay, or have any questions, if you want to make a donation or want me to review something, I will be more than glad to do so. It would be an honor, you know, for me to do it. Just DM me, like I said, on one of those platforms, and we'll work out those particulars. But if you guys want to help my channel in general, more personally, because you like what I'm doing, you want to help me grow, that is also a very big welcome. Remember, it's not, you know, obligated. It's only if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. The way you can do it is with my Patreon and my PayPal information, which will be in the description down below. And again, that's only if you choose to. But it'll go a long way, that I can say. So guys, this is your host, Ebot, signing off with another exciting episode, hopefully, of Toys in My Closet. I'll see you soon in the next one. Until then, keep collecting. Enjoy doing it while being considerate to others in these trying times. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.